Leading internet companies say the money gained from cybercrime is now outpacing the amount raked in by global drug trafficking, and hackers from Russia and China are considered to be among the chief culprits. Europe and America are suffering the most, with the US Defense Department spending more than $100 million in the past 6 months alone to try to improve the nation's cybersecurity. Let's talk about this morning. I'm joined now by Andrei Mikhailiuk, editor-in-chief of the computer technology magazine Железо, and also Ivan Zazersky, leading internet expert from Moscow State University. Gentlemen, morning to you. Good to have you on the programme. Thanks for coming to see us today. Ivan, if I could talk to you first. Today's hackers have moved far beyond spam and identity theft. They're targeting governments, as I've just mentioned there. What's the implication of that?
The implication of that is that nothing can be secured, but I must warn you that Russia is not the biggest threat on the street, you know. The biggest threat is China. Russia's hackers have been sucked away by the internet boom, and most of the professional programmers have moved into commercial business. So mostly the people who are now doing hacking are some small-time criminals that are stealing credit cards. There are some other people, of course, on the market, but I would say that the market for cybercrime is getting smaller as the internet economy grows.
Andrei, I just wanted to pick up on a point that Ivan mentioned there. The people that are doing this were professional programmers that have moved into the criminal side, some of these people. Is that correct?
Well, I think that's right, and guys who were hackers in the beginning of this century, they're now really professionals, and they work, they grab enough money to make themselves very good people, so they just decided not to make any crimes anymore.
Russia, nevertheless, has been mentioned as chief among the culprits. Why do you think, Andrei, is Russia faring so badly here?
Well, you know, the problem is maybe insider police that is not so strong in Russia. But now, due to financial crisis, it's getting more and more strong. It's getting stronger. So that's because many guys who work in IT departments, they lost their job, and now for them, working for cyber police is a desired job.
So what could be done, Ivan, to combat international cybercrime?
Well, I told you, I'm mostly afraid of China. I don't think Russia is such a big problem. I think if we talk about international cybercrime, the first thing we have to understand is that in open economies, in market economies like Russia, with more or less stable political systems, the market will suck away the best people. Whereas in states like China, most of the programming workforce will work for state agencies that are trying to deliver inventions and other security information. You see, in Russia, it is not a state-sponsored industry to get into other people's databases. Russian state is suffering itself from people who are taking some databases and selling them on the market. So I think that, yeah.
What's the scale of what's going on here? How serious is this problem? I think this is the point I want to get to, really. For most of us that just use a computer that aren't experts in the field, yeah, we've got various antivirus software on our computers, but that's about as far as it goes. Every now and again the computer slows down, you try and recheck the computer. But how serious are these attacks? And should we be worried? We're hearing governments there spending millions on it. Where could it end up?
Well, this is all extremely serious, but most of the attacks that are happening are just a part of some kind of commercial operation coming from the cybercrime underworld. And we are not, our problem is that we basically don't even know what are they doing it for. Because there are so many Trojan programs that are creating zombies out of an ordinary PC. There are so many ways to get into your computer, but our problem is that we don't really understand why are they doing it. What are they trying to get at?
Yeah, this is the point. Are they trying to steal someone's identity? We know that that can be done. Or are people just out of a malicious nature, and they're doing it because they just want to ruin your computer? That's what I'd like explained. Andrei, can you shed any light on that?
Well, you know, many people who now use internet and use personal computers, they're not so experienced as they were 10 or 15 years ago. So now, if any guy bought a notebook, an old PC, he just don't know he should use an antivirus, he should use a firewall or something like that. So maybe the best way to avoid computer crimes will be working with certain people, so making certain people understand that they're vulnerable.
Where are we in 2009, Andre? Is it the fact that hackers have got better, or is it just the fact that people are just more careless and they don't put antivirus software on their computers? They've got slack.
Yeah, they're really careless, I think.
What's your take on it, Ivan? Do you think people could do a better job about protecting their computer, protecting the information they've got on it?
I am completely sure they could do a better job. I think so many people are saving money on antivirus software. I think so many people are considering the threats are...
Because it's expensive.
It is not expensive. It is 30 in Russia, you know, the motherland of Kaspersky program. It costs just $30 to put it on your PC. But just some people don't understand that if they don't do that, they are facing mounting expenses of you know, restoring their software, restoring their computer back to power again.
Eugene Kaspersky, antivirus pioneer, says every person using the internet should abide by strict rules, almost like rules of the road, if you like. Do you think that would help combat cybercrime, Andre?
Well, I don't think strict rules will really rule the world. You see, we have road rules for more than half a century. And what do we have now? We have accidents every day. So I don't think that will help.
Ivan, a gem from you to finish this off. What do you think we could do better?
Well,
yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ivan.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's okay, go ahead.
So I think that maybe more care and more software and maybe some more, I don't know, some more enthusiasm from people who use internet will help. So they should know that they risk not their own PC, they risk their PC to be in a zombie network, and zombie network will cause much more harm than on a single PC.
Oh, gentlemen, the price of progress. Andrei Mikhailyuk, editor-in-chief computer technology magazine Gelios, and Ivan Zazurski, leading internet expert from Moscow State University. Thank you both for being on the program today. It's appreciated.